Good morning, good evening, or good night, whenever time of day it is you're checking this out today. No intro today. I'm using a little different program to make my video today. But today is Monday, April 27, 2020. I hope everybody had a great weekend. And today's video is all about an assignment that you're going to be working on for a few days. Today is kind of the preliminary part of it, and then you're going to finish it up after your day off tomorrow. So let's talk a little bit about what we're doing. So it's a bit of a continuation from Friday. On Friday, you were doing some prep work on sand. Before you get to any of the activities for today, don't forget to answer the daily attendance question, and you're already watching the video. There's kind of two activities for today. The first thing that you want to take care of is make sure your prep was correct. Go in, check your answers. I posted a key. It should be a quick check, but you're going to need to make sure you got those right to help you with the SAN lab that you're starting today. And if you notice on the slide, it says part one. There is other parts. There's actually three parts to the SAN lab. Part one is practice. Okay, so after part one, then part two and three, which are Wednesday and Thursday of this week, those will be the parts that graded. So this is the part to kind of take your time, and get some practice with this, and then before I count this as something towards your grade. And then you can see there's no homework for today. It's just to enjoy your day off tomorrow. You guys have the day off. Teachers have in service, so there won't be any homework or any post tomorrow for this class. Okay, so let's talk about this SAN lab that you're going to be starting. So first off, when you open this guy up, it should look like this. It's created this way because it's supposed to be kind of a fun detective activity where you guys are going to be given some sand samples from my collection, and then you're going to essentially try to identify where that sand came from based on the information you were practicing on Friday. So direction wise, you're going to be making some observations about the sand, kind of like what you did last week. You're going to be identifying the colors, looking for the sorting, looking for the angularity and the grain size, the mineral and rock content, very similar to what you did last week. So you're going to gather all of this data up, and then you can see in step 6 and 7, that is where you're going to start looking for a possible location of where the sand came from. Now, again, these items did come from just North America, so you're not looking for sand anywhere outside our own continent. Okay, and you really just have to tell me what state they came from. Okay, I don't need a specific city or a specific town. If you can get it, great. But I'm mostly looking for big picture kind of stuff. Okay, so I put some references in here, same as what you saw on Friday for sorting and angularity. Use these to help you. Okay, so here's my sand sample for number one, and I'm just going to make this a little bigger because it's kind of tiny on the screen here. Whoa, that's way too big. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I've taken some pictures, and this is from one of my sand samples. You can see there's one where it's zoomed out, and then one where we have them under a microscope so you can see them a little bit more closely and get that sorting and angularity. Okay, so you can see for colors, I've recorded what I saw. Okay, sorting, it's considered to be well sorted. You can see there's a couple flecks of other colors, but when you look at it from afar, it's well sorted. There's not a lot of variety in the size or the shape. Okay, it's pretty consistent throughout. Okay, the minerals really that make up this sand sample, because it's tan, is quartz. The rocks are granite. Okay, again, that tan color is what gives that away. And then the angularity, you have to look closely at these guys, but what I'm seeing is sub-round. Okay, they're not well rounded. I do see little tiny bit of jaggedness to them, but they're mostly sub-round. Okay, and remember, if you have a sample that is well sorted, you're not going to have a lot of variety in these answers. If you have something that is poorly sorted, you're going to have a lot more minerals to list, a lot more rocks to list, and a lot more angularities. So even though in this example there is only one item listed for each of these boxes, many of the other samples that you're going to be looking at might have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. So don't get discouraged if you can't come up with just a single answer. So because of this tan color and the fact that it's made of granite and quartz, tells me that it comes from the southeast. And the sands in the southeast, the reason why I know this is because they're well sorted. They're rich in quartz. Okay, and basically they were a part of the Appalachian Mountains that eventually made it to shore. Okay, its exact location is the Gulf Coast. It's from Galveston, Texas. Okay, is where the sand actually came from. Okay, so what I would be looking for again is this exact region. If you get it right, it's a bonus. If not, it doesn't count against you. So just give it a try. It's kind of fun. Okay. So that's the first example. You can use this as a baseline. Okay. And then you have two more. You have sand sample number 2. Let me show you that picture here. Okay. Another tan sample. And then you have sand sample number 3. Okay. So you're going to be, again, taking a close look at it, examine what it's made of, look at the colors, just like I did in sand sample number 1. Okay. And you're going to try to fill these guys out. Now, remember, these two are practice. Okay. I want you to give it a try. It's not going to count to your grade. It's the first time you're trying it. Okay. Use my example. I will post, I'm telling you right now, I will post these answers on, what would it be, Wednesday, since we don't have school tomorrow. And you can check them. And then, of course, ask questions before you do the graded version. Okay. And that will be part 2 and part 3, which are Wednesday and Thursday. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to mention to you guys today, something new that some of your teachers may have started last week, maybe not, it just depends on who you have. So if you guys have questions, you can do the regular format. You can go to email, the Padlet site, private message me in Google Classroom, which seems to be most of your preferred method. But now office hours are starting. Okay, there's an hour each day. It's not the same time every day. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, it's 10 to 11, and Tuesday, Thursday, it's 12 to 1. There is a post in Google Classroom, maybe you already saw it, about the office hours. It explains how to get there, it gives you the times, it gives you the rules, what office hours are. But essentially, guys, this is just another place for you to ask questions. I am not teaching during office hours. It's like, hey, I don't know how to identify number 2 sand sample, can you help me? Or this thing on my computer isn't working, I can't get it going. This is not a place for conferences. This is an open forum. It is not meant for confidential information. So don't come in and ask questions like about your grades, things like that. If you have questions about that kind of thing, we can either email or set up something more private that the whole world isn't privy to. Okay, so this is just general questions that you have be taking place during my office hours. So again, see that post in Google Classroom if you need some more information on that. All right, guys, good luck with the SAM lab. As always, if you need help, let me know anytime. I'll be around here to help you. And again, I'll post these answers for part 1 on Wednesday before you do the graded version for part 2 and part 3. Okay, guys, have a great day. I'll see you all tomorrow or Wednesday.